On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
That was one thing because somebody said it earlier when they was talking about, well, if they fall out of love, they're not feeling it so much, so they want to end it, and that is a problem. Like that's why I say it's bad when you say that love is a feeling, because if you're going off of love based off of a feeling, you don't really have love. Love, just like what really was talking about with First Corinthians 13, it speaks to what love is. That's why I say it's a discipline, but disciplines require a certain action. But when you go based off of feelings, you can lose what you call love because it's based upon your feelings. Your feelings don't dictate what love is. Love is what it is. Whether you feel this or that, that's a product of love. That's not love. Just like what I think Anton might have said earlier about, you can learn to love anybody, which is part of the reason why a lot of men don't attach themselves to certain women, because they know familiarity breeds consent.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you. I did want to touch on something that was popular tonight, which was the aspect of love. And I was hoping that Rilla was going to touch on this earlier because I seen him do it in another show. And a lot of people always try to say that love is a feeling, love is an action, and so forth and so on. It is not. Love is more of a discipline, but with disciplines, they require actions. Now, when Rilla was talking about this 4 different types of loves, when you look at it, you got agape, which is unconditional love, which is one of the things that's harder for us to practice. You got agapao love, which carries a sense of doing the right thing at the right time for the right reason. Then you have phileo love, which is an emotional connection that goes beyond the acquaintances or casual friendships. And then you have Philadelphia or philia, which is close to friendship or brotherly love. Then you also have eros, where we get the word erotic, which is sensual or passionate. You also have storge or storge, which is a familiar love, like love for family. These are not feelings. These are not emotions. And it's also not duty. Duty speaks to moral obligations or responsibility. So you can't say love is a duty. And when you talk about morals, it's a person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is not acceptable for them to do. So a lot of times when we're talking about love, we're always talking about our opinion as far as like how we feel about love. Love is not a feeling, it's a discipline. But guess what? Each one of these loves exact an action. So we understand love, or we buy the actions taken in each form of it. So I could say that a lot of us was wrong. And when you were saying love is a feeling, it's not.
It literally is, though.
It's not. Eros love speaks more to feelings.
Well, okay, maybe this is where the disconnect is. Are you a religious man?
I'm spiritual. Religion,
Okay.
no.
But I heard you talking about the different types. If you just look in the dictionary, the actual definition of love has to do with a feeling. So it's not my opinion. Based on how language works and the fact that words have to have some kind of meaning, love is a feeling. I mean, I get that I think Lauren was saying it way earlier. Each individual, decides what that looks like for them. But we cannot sit here and say I'm wrong about it being a feeling when that is literally the definition of the word. Like, this is the type of stuff that I don't understand.
So Taylor, let me say this, fam. You definitely taught me something new because I was unfamiliar with with all of that information that you gave. So I just want to say I appreciate you because you continue to add value to my life, and it's something that I can go and study. I think Chicago illustrated it first, so let me give some credit to Chicago also, but then you expounded on it. And I think that that's absolutely dope. Oh, Lauren, I'm sorry, babe. But yeah, I just think it's absolutely dope the value that y'all added. And so, a lot of us don't know everything. Kay may know everything. I know she indicated that she can never be wrong. So,
Once again, you're making things up. I didn't
however,
say
I'm
that
sorry, I
I
didn't
never.
interrupt you. I didn't
No, no,
interrupt
no,
you.
no,
I didn't
because
interrupt you.
you're
I
misquoting
didn't
me.
interrupt. I did not interrupt you. I did
Anton,
not
you're
interrupt you.
misquoting me.
I
and
did
you're
not interrupt
spreading
you.
lies once again.
Okay, I'm sorry. Kay says she's never been wrong on this show. Okay, that was accurate.
Thank
All
you.
right, so here we go. Now, I just wanted to extend my appreciation to you for continuing to add
Respect.
value. So that was dope. That was super dope, bro. I'm gonna have to do some research.
Respect. I understand with Kay. I go back and forth on the platform, but it's not a feeling. Feelings do evolve from it though as well. But it's not.
Okay, well, look it up in your free time in the dictionary.
I gave you the definitions.
Let's see, Taylor May shooting that shot.
Look it up
Always.
whenever you feel like it.
All right, Taylor, we on move on. We appreciate you calling in. Thank you, sir. And appreciate
Y'all
your
do
support.
realize that this is one of the reasons. I don't know. I could be wrong on this too, but this is one of the reasons why a lot of couples that wind up getting married later in life, or early in their life, later they wind up having separate bedrooms because the guy just couldn't deal with it. He was like, you know what? I'm not about to come home to this. I'm not about to be dealing with this on a regular basis. I need a separate bedroom, a separate room to be able to find my peace in this humble abode. But continue on.
You said a lot right there, because that was one thing, because somebody said it earlier when they were talking about, well, if they fall out of love, they're not feeling it so much, so they want to end it. And that is the problem. Like, that's why I say it's bad when you say that love is a feeling, because if you're going off of love based off of a feeling, you don't really have love. Love, just like what really was talking about with 1 Corinthians 13, it speaks to what love is. That's why I say it's a discipline, but disciplines require a certain action. But when you go based off of feelings, you can lose what you call love because it's based upon your feelings. Your feelings don't dictate what love is. Love is what it is. Whether you feel this or that, that's a product of love. That's not love. Just like what I think Anton might have said it earlier about, you can learn to love anybody, which is part of the reason why a lot of men don't attach themselves to certain women, because they know familiarity breeds content. And you can fall in love with the most unattractive woman because of what she does. And what she's doing is love. That action, love isn't an action, but those actions help you recognize what love is. That's why we're told how to love, to be that example of what love is.
You
Even
said
with
love
what-
isn't an action, but it's a duty.
Yeah, it's not a duty.
You said it was a duty, and then you said it wasn't an
Can
action.
rewind. I said it is not a duty.
What you say? Run the tape back, Taylor.
Yeah, you
Run
know,
the
This
tape
is
back.
the very definition of listen.
Let me find
This
out
is
what
listen.
minute we're at, because
Taylor, you said all of this great information, and she was listening. She was literally looking in the sky like this, trying to figure out where she can try to trap you in one word, bro. She was listening to respond instead of listening to understand. This is what Lauren talked about earlier.
I get it.
All right, Taylor, but I gotta bring somebody else on. We definitely appreciate the support again, sir. All right, you too.